Hundreds of movies get filtered out of the October lineup every year, and I almost filtered this one out a couple times, but then I look at that stupid monster costume, and I know I just gotta talk about it. MILPITAS monster, also known as the Mutant Beast, debuted in 1976 as a steaming pile of shit, but it's got a charm to it. Wannabe Spectre-Man monster is ironically also made via pollution and looks exactly like something out of Spectre-Man. I will shit on the movie a lot here, but I will point out the positives quickly. I love the monster, regardless of how goofy it looks. It's a fun design, and it's very reminiscent of the 60s, 70s kaiju shows and flicks. Plus, the puppeteering, suitmation, and stop motion makes for a full trifecta of kaiju effects. The film was made over 3 years, starting with just a couple high school students. It is insane and slightly incoherent. Basically, a big trash moth monster is going around the town and taking trash cans in the night. The town takes their trash cans to heart and rallies to voice their opinions. And I'll tell you, I've never seen a group of people so passionate about their trash cans as the MILPITAS residents.
As always, I hope that this council will be responsive to the needs of our citizens.
The mayor panics, and apparently this isn't the first town to have this problem, so right away the monster detectors float out there.
It's a monster detector.
The local drunk is put in a trash can and suspended beneath a helicopter to draw the creature up a giant tower. The monster snags George the drunk just as they blow the supports of the tower. The monster tumbles to his death. They chop up all 20 tons of monster meat and they put it right back in the landfill as the pollution didn't make this thing. And I think that it's a sequel hook, I guess. Also, George the drunk is somehow alive, apparently. Where I will start the shit of the film, we start with a cold open of a history lesson that reminds me of those days when in school your teacher was too lazy to teach, so he rented the TV from the office, wheeled it in, and threw some random-ass educational documentary on that has really nothing to do with the class. We do get a Paul Frees voiceover, famous for his Rankin-Bass, claymation classics, War of the Worlds, Hanna-Barbera 60s cartoons, and a bunch of other shit. After we're through with that, there's a big problem with the dark scenes. The film casually is dark as hell. At points, you can't really see the monster on screen at times. And in its fairness, thanks to Creature Feature, I did find a higher definition version, which I will use for clips as I can on the viewing here. But when I watched it, it wasn't that crisp. Also, it's really not a horror movie per se. There's no atmosphere, no kills, just a big goofy monster. Some history of the film, much like Night of the Living Dead, they had messed up the paperwork copyright of the film, but they didn't discover the mishap until over 2 decades later. Thanks to that, we have a billion posters of the film. The hand puppet that was used to snatch the girl was on display in a mall in MILPITAS as part of the town's history before being removed. And the film was directed by a high school teacher and I guess made with his students and MILPITAS locations. It is worthy of returning to the museum and the mall for the town because it truly is a collaboration of the whole town, which in part is why there's so many moments in the film where it just cuts to random people doing sort of random connected shit. There's also 2 cuts in the film where I saw the 80-minute version, but apparently there's another cut with additional 40 minutes, which just sounds dreadful. But this uncut version of the film was showed for the first time in 2011 at the 35th anniversary of the film. MILPITAS Monster Returns was even the event title, and a $5 admission you could see a short documentary of the making of the film, a 120-minute cut of the film, meet some of the cast and crew, get some cool pins, and check out these cool behind-the-scenes shots where you really get an idea of the monster effects. Sadly, I couldn't find the documentary online, and thankfully I didn't watch the 120-minute cut either, but I do believe Creature Feature has it on their channel. For a high school 3-year art student project, it has a charm to it, and I really do like the monster in a fun, goofy way, although I would sure buy a small statue or action figure of the monster if they ever made one. MILPITAS Monster has George the Drunk, the Frazetta Mothman on crack, some trash can loving residents, maybe stop motion, some random high school kids with a cannon for some reason, Autorola, no kills, and a long lost Dr. Gory creation. Where the hell is the Spectre-Man Captain Planet team up in this?
This is either a 50-foot monster or my late wife Minnie.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're not already, drop a little subscription down below. Make sure you stay tuned because every day in the month of October, I'm dropping a different horror movie review. I believe they come at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And so keep an eye out for that. And then every other week throughout October, there's a bonus comic video still coming up. I still want to make sure there's still some combo content on the channel. And then throughout the rest of the year, there's combo content every single week, 1 to 2 times a week. Plus, I do the YouTube Shorts where I post stuff on there every day. I got the Instagram, I got the Facebook, I got the Facebook group Fandoms Unleashed where you get a behind-the-scenes look at the whole channel, everything, Connor's Comics, the whole company, all that kind of stuff. So all that is linked down in the description below. And again, make sure you subscribe. Keep an eye out for updating daily videos. And until next time, peace.